Hi, I'm Susan LeBlanc, and this is Conversations with the Goodman School of Business. And my guest today is Professor Anthony Ianso. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Professor Ianso is with our Finance Operations Management and Information Systems Department and here at the Goodman School of Business. And you do research in all things e-commerce, e-business, big data, all those sort of buzzwords that are really popular today. So what is it about big data that is such a hot topic?
Well, it could be easier to talk about what is not happening around this area than talking about what's happening, because there is a lot happening in many directions. But it's not new. It just didn't start this year. It didn't start yesterday. It has been around, but what makes it different right now is the volume of data that businesses, individuals have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Right. So if you think about it now, we are content generators on a regular basis. Data never sleeps. As we speak now, we are in fact in an environment where we didn't have this kind of opportunity before, where we instantly, in real time, we generate data, we generate information. So for companies, this is a great opportunity. They want to get value, insight into their operations, about their customers, about their products, especially because the margin for profitability is very slim today. So the only opportunity they have is to understand more about their area of competition. So like any other past technology, the Industrial Revolution, the internet when it started, today data is the foundation to innovate, to bring in something for your own objectives, for partners, for customers, in every direction that you look at. So there's so much to do about it, and that makes it an exciting area, an exciting angle to compete in many different industries today.
Yeah, and I think, as you sort of said, even not realizing it, we're generating data. Every time you, like a keystroke on your computer, you're letting someone somewhere know what your preferences are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go far. You look at your own radius on a day-to-day basis and ask yourself how much data and how much interaction you have with data. Be it the data you generate yourself, be it the data others are generating. So when you scale up this in more organizational setting, it's overwhelming. But the question now is, what can we do with this data? Can we capitalize on the insights that are hidden? And then comes the question of analysis, because the data by itself is meaningless. But if you bring in capabilities, a human talent and the technologies to help you dig through this data, amazing things can come out. And we are already seeing these innovations, these findings in every industry today, in healthcare, in manufacturing, in security. Recently, we heard about the Panama Papers. The question will be, how can we know about the details in a span of hours, in a span of minutes? And behind all these capabilities are techniques, capabilities that will find the real value, the information behind this big data. So the capability, the analysis capabilities, the technology behind big data is what excites every company today. So they have to they have to invest in those technologies.
And that sort of brings us to what we're doing here at Goodman with our MBA program, with our
students,
with our specialization in business operations or big data. We're providing our students with those skills that the companies now need to help them navigate their way through this.
Yeah, I mean, students know this. People know this, even those who are not at school, the value of data. And when you are a student at this point in time, you know the opportunities that are out there. So what prepares you to be part of this exciting opportunity is a training that you need. So what we are trying to do is to complement this opportunity with the capabilities that a student should have, the preparation a student should have. So we want to equip them with the tools, the software, the techniques, and also the awareness. These are managers we are trying to produce. We are not producing software developers. We are not producing programmers. Essentially, we are producing decision makers. So as part of the techniques, we also want to make sure that these students understand the managerial requirements. Can you ask the right set of questions? Can you frame an important direction, goal, so that you can generate value out of the data that's being generated from your customers, your operations? So we are trying to provide an all-rounded knowledge, not just limited to techniques and software, because by itself it may be nothing, but to provide students with the horizon of thinking, the range of thinking around big data. How do you come up with questions? How do you answer it? Does it make sense to you? Does it give you long-term value, long-term advantage to you? So we have courses ranging from software focus to thinking, communication skills, storytelling skills out of data, presentation skills using multiple charts and summarization tools. So if you look at MBA training in the history, it used to be more on the soft skill side, but today it's more about the combination of soft plus analytical skills. And I think Goodman has been leading in this direction. We are one of few schools within Canada who understood the importance of big data and training in this area. And we are doing a fantastic job on that. And students have understood that. The response to this program has been overwhelming for us. And we hope this will continue in the future.
And I think that leads to the opportunities. In the job market, which it's pretty limitless right now. And I also know that the background that students need to get into this, because we have I believe some of our MBA students in this specialization who come from a psychology undergrad background. So it's not like you need to be a heavy math-minded person. It really goes beyond that.
In fact, I think that is one of the advantages for these students. They come from fields where you had this important foundation, higher level understanding of concept, theories, statistics, and then when they come to this area where opportunities are out there waiting, they can clearly see, okay, I know what to do with this training. And we have students from psychology, we have students from technical fields, even from students coming from computer science. They change their mindset when they come into the courses that we are teaching, because the way they were taught in their undergraduate degree was mostly on coding, syntax, without knowing the context, the meaning of those things. But now we are trying to provide them with, first, the objective. Why are you doing this? Okay. Why are you summarizing data? What can you tell me from this data? How do you explain it? How do you interpret it? What kind of questions you can address with this result? So these students have been indirectly trained on that, but now they are using that capability to address the real questions that are out there. And employers, if you talk to them now, they will tell you they are not looking for a programmer. They're not looking for someone who can write algorithm only. They want somebody who can also understand decision making. Somebody who can understand the domain area, the knowledge. And if you have the combination of the two, you are indispensable today. And our students are actually demonstrating that. Some of these students are immediately finding senior positions, which really surprises me, because it takes long years of experience sometimes to assume some of the positions our students are getting into, and this is very exciting.
It is. It's very exciting. So I guess we can say big data has become big business.
Exactly. It's business, actually.
It is
business,
And Goodman's leading the way.
Exactly.
Our students are doing well. The program is fantastic.
And
I know you have a great passion for it. And that's all for the betterment of our students and for the program. So thank you so much for your dedication to Goodman and to data and for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll have another conversation soon.